Hi everyone, it's Lorie from Enchanted Dreams 71 and welcome to my craft studio. I hope you are all happy, healthy, and blessed today, and I want to thank you for coming over and showing my channel some support. I really do appreciate it. So today we are going to do another project from Sandy at Septeria's Room. Very excited about this one. So this one is a mini storage holder for tags. And she also did what she called a hidden paper clip, although you could see the paper clip on the back, so it was actually like an altered paper clip. I actually made a hidden paper clip, and the difference is the altered paper clip, you could see the paper clip on the back. The hidden paper clip is you can't see the front or the back of the paper clip. So these are two prototypes that I made, and the reason that I have two is this was the first one, and I messed it up. I made the cut in the wrong place, but it's still usable, and I will show you the difference. So I just used some twine to cut this, and I have a little bitty tag here, which was part of what we had left from the project. So I'll go ahead and take this all the way out just so that you can see. So these are just two little circles. I still have to put the eyelets in there. I haven't did that yet. And this right here just opens up, and inside here I just took a paper clip and it paper clipped some Tim Holtz ephemera. I believe she used I forgot what kind of, it was some kind of scrapbooking paper. You do want to use double-sided because the way you fold it, if you don't use double-sided, you're going to end up with white sheets. Like this is the bag, so all of that would be white. And then you open it up this way, and you have a little pocket here, and I put a little tab there. And then you have two little pockets over here. We've got that one. And then we have this one back here. And then you have a big pocket back here in the bag, which I've just put one of Tim Holtz tags, and I like how it's sticking out the top there, and then that's the back. So that's pretty much it. So in the next one, you're going to see a little bitty pocket right here. That's where I messed up because I cut that in the wrong place. So the piece that I put in the wrong place, I just used it, or cut in the wrong place, I just used it for a tiny tag. So that is that one. So I will put this somewhere. I'm going to put it somewhere. Where am I going to put it? Put it over here. And then this was the other one, and I just tied it with some sari silk. So we could just take that out, and when we open it up here, here is the altered, or actually hidden paper clip, because you cannot see the paper clip on the front or the back. It's hid up in here. And what I did, guys, was I actually, and she did do a hard paper clip, I think, in her video. If I don't forget, I'll link it below. You guys need to go and check her out. She does amazing things. But I had these, and I have absolutely no idea where I got them. It could have been in a thrift store. But they're just like little, my hands aren't working today, little hearts that actually have lace over them. So I did get out my heart punch because I was going to make some like she did, because she punched it out of, I think it was gold glitter cardstock. But I thought these would be cute. So yeah, it ended up working. So what I did was I took two of those, and then I found these this morning messing around, and I thought this craft color here would be good for these little circles here. These circles are smaller than the other circles, and I think I like the bigger circles better. But I just took a piece of this and folded it in half like so, like this, and then I took my paper clip. She actually does a tutorial on how she did her paper clip, and then I just put my paper clip down in there, right? And then I took a heart, just a quick tutorial on here, and I placed it here, pull it up far enough so you can't see it. And I just cut this, and cut these little edges. And then I just put glue on this piece and sandwich that together. And that is how I made my altered paper clip. And I have the paper clip sticking up just a little bit in the middle so that I could put some little ribbon on there. So that's how I made that. Pretty easy. So let's get this stuff put back where it goes. So yeah, I'll probably be making some more of those because I think those are super cute. And these have been running around in my craft room for literally years. And yeah, so I just made that. And then we got some more little Tim Holtz cards that I just put together. And then just put in that hidden paper clip off to the side. It was a little tricky to get it in here so it didn't crash, but so that goes there. So you have that, and then of course you flip it over. Same thing, we have a little faux tab there, and we have a pocket here, and then we have a pocket here. This one I did a thumb notch, and the other one I actually angled this pocket like she did, but this one I decided to go a little bit rogue, and then you got that pocket back there, and then you got this pocket here, just a piece of Tim Holtz ephemera. I just have popped the ephemera in there. I haven't. And then this is the little pocket where I made the cut the wrong way. So it literally uses all of the pieces of the paper that we cut. So yeah, so I will lay this one over here. So what we need to start out with is double-sided paper. If you don't have double-sided paper, you can use single-sided paper. You would just have to, where it's white, you would have to cover it with something. So we have our double-sided paper, and we want to cut it down to 6 by 12. So we all know paper pads are 12 by 12, so I just turned mine this way and cut it in half, which, as you can see, when I was cutting my sheets, I do not like that big cutter I use because it's hard to tell where the 6 inch is. So you can tell we've got some area right there where it is just not, I don't feel like my lighting's good, but I think it's the way I'm looking at my camera. But yeah, we have this difference here. But I believe it can still be made with this. We just may have to make our cuts a little bit different. But if you actually cut your 12 by 12 at 6 like you're supposed to, unlike I did not, then you will be able to make 2 of these with 1 piece of 12 by 12. So you cut your paper to 6 inches by 12, and then we will need our scoreboard. So let's get out this. So we are going to take, this is going to be my cover, so we're going to flip it upside down when we do our scoring. And this is the 12-inch side. Let me make sure I'm in frame. 12-inch side, and we're going to score it at 4 3/4, which is right here. And then we're going to score it at 8. And then we are going to score it at 11. Okay, then we give it a turn this way. Okay. Yes, I'm going to turn it this way. Oh my goodness. Okay, upright. Flip it upside down. And then, yeah, she turned it this way. Okay, now I'm getting confused. Let's see, so which side's going to flip up? Yeah, those will flip back and make your pockets. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so you flip it, you turn it this way. So here's our paper. We did our scores at 4 3/4, 8, and 11. And again, it's still face down. And then you turn it this way. And on the 6-inch side, we are going to score it at 1 1/2 all the way down. Okay, so that's all the scoring we have to do. So that's done. Now, while it's still upside down, I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me see if I can stand up. But we have this little score mark here and here. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut it right here to make that pocket that's going to fold over. Well, it's going to fold back, but that will fold. So you've got that little score mark there. The one that I messed up, I cut it here instead of here because, you know, I don't pay attention much. I try to, but it doesn't always work out. Okay, so we're going to find this little mark here, and we're only going to cut it to the score mark where those corners meet, right there. See that? There we go. So we got that. And then on this side, we have this piece down here that is scored right along there at the 1/2, and this was that 4 3/4 cut. We're going to cut this whole piece out. Don't seem to have a steady hands this morning, which it is early, and I cut that so crooked and so off of that score line. It's not even funny. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and go with it. Let's see if I can clean that up just a tad. Okay, maybe that's good. Okay, so we're going to save that piece because that is actually going to be our pocket as well as our little tag. All right, so now this one in the middle right here, we are going to cut it up to that score line because that's what's going to make our pockets. And then she cut a little V. But what I like to do is actually turn it, and I should have did that before I cut it because now it's trying to act all crooked. And I just do mine this way because for me that makes it easier. And the reason we do that is we want a V so that our pockets are not crashing. So this is the back, right? So this you're going to flip under. This you're going to flip under. So this right here is what we have right now, right? And then we're going to take this score mark here and we're going to pull it this way, right? And then we're going to take this and pull it in. Nope, I've did it wrong. Okay, that goes in. Okay. I got it. I think I got it. Okay, we're going to go back to here. So these go under, and then this goes this way, right? And then this goes this way, and then you turn it this way. It is not evened up. I probably should have scored it, or not scored it, but bone folded it down. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And then flip this way, and we'll give it a squish. And then that goes there and gets a squish. I know, I've just confused everybody. That goes there. I think she folded hers different. And then this piece is not scored, but you just want to push it over, preferably getting it straightish. And then this one comes over this way. So these two are our front, and that's where we're going to put our little holes at. So I've got something cut crooked, and I think it's, yeah, it's this piece right here. I cut it like way off of that score line. So let's see if we can straighten that up. Yeah, maybe the next one will make more sense, but maybe it won't. Okay, that's better. So this is what it looks like. So you open it up, you have a pocket here and a pocket here. You have that little teeny tiny pocket there. And then up here, we're going to make a thumb notch to make this pocket back here. So if you come back to the front, you're going to flip this out, and so if you got it all the way opened, the one that has this flap on it right here is the one we're going to do our thumb notch, because that's what's going to make this pocket right here. So we want our thumb notch right here. Oh, I'm being so confusing. Maybe the next one will go better. It may not, but maybe. So you want to do your little thumb notch. And then now, when you put it together, this will be glued down for a tuck spot. That'll open up this way. This is going to be glued down for that pocket. You open it up. You have the little pocket here, and now we have a pocket here. So the next thing we're going to do is glue this pocket down. So we're going to open it up, and all we're going to do is put glue here and here. Yeah, I'm not good at doing tutorials, guys. Oh my goodness, especially if it's something brand new, and that's off a little bit, but I'm not worried about that. So you want to do just a little bit of glue, of course, preferably as close to the edge as you can, but I didn't do a very good job. In the end, you just close that up, and that closes up that pocket. Okay. So we're here. Now we open it up and we have our pocket that's closed up. Yeah, I'm off there, but you know, that's okay. I feel like that's crashing. So I probably need to take out just a little bit more here. So it's not crashing into that fold. Yeah, now let's see if that's better. This one's crashing a bit. Okay, there we go. That's much better, much better. And I'm not worried about this being upside down because you can decorate that. So yeah, that'll be good. So I should had, and I did, guys, throw away my 2 old vintage photo ink pads, put in a new pad on my dauber. So I have a brand new one here, and it is doing wonderfully. Let me see if I can, there we go, get a little bit on there. So if you want to ink in certain spots, I would just suggest inking before gluing down, which I didn't do. And these pockets here are going to show. And on these pockets, you can round the corners if you want to, if that's something you want to do. Okay, that one's actually going to go in that way. Oh, we have to do our little hole. So on this little flap, we're going to do a little tiny thumb notch. Oh, that's off-centered, but that's okay. There we go. See, now you got a thumb notch there. Let's see where else. I think we're good. Over here, just, you know, the bottom can always be done later. So there's that. And then I do want to do this here, and then this one. Yeah, this is a hot mess. Look, you're not going to see that. That's going to be closed up. But this flap here you will see. And then that's going to be our bag. There we go. So maybe that's good on there. Okay. We've got that. We've got this. 2 little pockets. Again, you can round these corners if you want. We have our pocket up here. Excuse me. Okay, so now the next thing we want to do is that little offcut is what we're going to make this other pocket with. So all we want to do is put it in here and line it up with this pocket here so that they're the same. And then I'm just going to take it like this and give her a little cut, hopefully not cutting into anything else. And we're going to keep that little offcut. So this will be our pocket up here. So the question is, do we want it this way Let's see, that looks like we got a little bit of a weird edge there. Do we want it going that way? Or do we want to turn it this way? And I actually think I like it this way. Okay, so on this one, I think I'm going to angle it like she did. And all you do is just go to wherever you want and just cut it up at an angle. And we're going to leave that part straight. So now let's move our mat around. And we will distress this. And then it will be time for our gluing. So we want that pocket to stand out. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue this pocket first, because we want it kind of just up under this pocket. Yep, that's going to be cute. And we're only going to glue it here and here. That way you can actually put something in that pocket and it'll go all the way to the bottom instead of stopping right here. So you can put something longer in there. So we will just do glue on this side and this side. And then we're going to go just under that pocket there. So now we have that pocket there. And again, as you can see, it's going to go all the way down. So you can get something taller in there. And now we'll simply glue our other two pockets down. Just by going here and here. And again, to me, it doesn't matter that this right here is upside down. I'm going to go ahead and glue my little pocket here. So we'll go up there and right there. And that glues that little pocket down. And then we will flip this and we'll go here and here for that pocket. Now I think we have all of our pockets glued. We got a little smidgen hanging over there. So we'll just do that. Okay, so we'll put the lid back on, lid back on the glue maybe. Okay, so cutie patootie. So we have a pocket here, we have a pocket here, and we have a pocket here, and then we have a pocket here. Okay, so this right here is our front. Let's go ahead and just give everything a good squish. See, I cut that a little bit crooked, but that's okay. So now we need to cut our little circles, right? And that's our little circles that are going to go right here. And you can cut them any size you want. Let's see, I did this one and I didn't like it as much as I did the bigger one. So we're going to go with a bigger one, right? And we want to do that before because this right here, we're going to glue it there and there and make it into that tuck spot on the inside. So we want to do that first. Now, I had found, okay, we still have this little piece. So I haven't forgot about it. We're going to use this little piece. Well, let's go ahead and do that. So this little piece here is crooked as all get out. But it is not quite 2 by something. But yeah, she's crooked as crooked can be, I think. So let's see if we can straighten it up some. Yeah, a little bit, not much. Anyway, we are going to, let's see, how much is that? That is, okay, so let's go. It's a little bit, nope. Maybe, I think what she did was just folded it in half and then cut it. but I'm not good at that. Okay, see, that's going to be close enough. So you can fold it in half, cut it in half, ever how it works for you. So now one of them is going to be used. We just have to decide which one. I think this one is going to be used for our little tag. So we'll just do it into a tag shape, and that is a terrible job. And that is going to go right here. So that's our little tag for that. And then for this one, which is still looking crooked, or it's just me, it could be either one. I think this side's crooked too. By the time we get done with it, we might not have anything left. So this is actually what I used for that little tab that went up right there. So we are going to round the corners on one side of it. I think I'll do this side. And then we'll give it some distressing. And then we're just going to take that and glue it here. And then it'll be sticking up behind that pocket. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of glue and get her on there. And you can have it as high or as low as you want to up here. It's just personal preference. So there's that. See how it goes behind there? Super cute. I shouldn't be putting that pin in my mouth. Okay, so now we need to get these little scragglies up because they're bothering me. Okay, and I'm going to take a sip of coffee. It's still really early. I do have to work today 10 to 6 and then church. It is Wednesday. So again, I found these this morning and I think this is what I'm going to use for my circle on these. Let me see if I can get another one out of it. I might not be able to. Nope, which is perfectly fine because I have more. I don't like the print on that side, so I can still get a 1 inch out of that, so I'm not going to throw that away. Because we could just do it like that and still use that piece. And that piece as well. So I'll throw this away. Alright, so now you want to take your circle, and I am going to go this way so that all you see is the craft part. The other's going to be glued down, and then we're just going to fold it in half. And I'm going to give that a good squishy squish. And then we'll do the same thing to the other one, trying to get it, you know, folded in half. And then give it a squish. And then I am going to distress around both sides because you will see both sides. Oops, come back. Come back. Okay. And my hands are not wanting to hold on to much today. But it's okay. Alright, so now, put that up there. Now, one's going to go on one side and one's going to go on the other side. So what I did on the other one, because I'm not the greatest, you guys know, of getting things even or straight, is I just did it like this, trying to get them. I think that's pretty good right there, like that. And then I just held this down, popped that up, and popped me some glue in there, like so. Right, so that's one side. Now let me try to get this one back even because I moved it. Needs to go up just a hair. I believe that's close enough. So again, I'm going to hold that down and then just shoot me some glue up in here. That's the best way I could find to get them even. And then we need to, of course, glue down the other side. It's that one, and then this one. Okay, that I didn't get it pushed all the way in there, but it's okay. It is not the end of the world. All right, so now we want to punch our hole. And I'm going to do it with the big one, and I already have it set here, I believe, where I wanted that hole to be. No, evidently I moved it. Yeah, I want the big hole. That's too far back. I may have did a hole for something else. I am not sure. Okay, I think that will be good. The only thing is trying to get it in the center. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Okay, so now this one, about in the center. I'm not going to take too long with it. Just set that back up there for a moment. Okay, so now we have our holes. You can put eyelets in there. Those are a little bit off, but not too much. And then you want some kind of string or ribbon. It doesn't matter, whatever it is you want to use. But since it's Tim Holtz, I'm not sure what kind of wire this is or string this is, but I kind of like it. And you just go, well, hands aren't working very well, through here. Go ahead and put our string in there. And then, which it really doesn't matter because you can get the string through there later. But now we need to glue this pocket down on this side. This is going to be a little pocket tuck spot. So let's get that glued down. And that's the one on the right side. But as you can see, you can still get this up in there. So then I'm just going to bring it around and wrap it, giving myself enough to tie a bow here. And with my hands, that is no easy task. Okay. Okay. And right here is where you want to put, if you wanted to put a little thing on there like we did on that one, or I did on that one. Okay, come on, you can do it. Come on. Okay. The struggle is real. Okay. Maybe one day. Cut that off, and there we go. Maybe one day I'll have my hands back to better. They'll never be back to the way they were before. I know that, so, but maybe they'll be better. Look, we have these little journey cards from, oh, that would be too big, I think. So I was thinking about sticking one of those right there, but yeah, I think that would be too big. We're going to make something out of these. That's why I pulled them out. I've had them for years and years, like a lot of other stuff. And, of course, I haven't done anything with it. Do we want to make a little tag out of these? I don't know that I like the back of that, though. So, no on that. So, that's it. So, now all you have to do is just fill her up with whatever it is you want to. So, I did pull out a few things. See what will fit and what will not fit. Okay, it looks like this one's a bit long, so there is an easy remedy to that. And that's just to cut a little bit off. And then we will redo the corner. Ta-da! So, you don't have to have the altered paper clip or hidden paper clip or anything. You could just put your goodies in there like that. Okay, so that takes care of something in that pocket. And then we're going to flip it over. And let's see, I think I was thinking about this tall one for back here. And again, it'll be sticking up once we close it, and I like that. And then we have, what do we have? We have this. That I think would be good here. Yes, of course, yes. And then maybe that tag over there. So that one would be too long. Maybe not. Let's see. Nope, I think that would be okay. And then we can put, oh Lord, did I close the pocket up? Nope. And then we could put these two here maybe. Then we have our teeny tiny here that actually needs some distressing because poor baby's getting lost over there. Just blending in, and nothing says here I am like some distress ink, right? And I'm not going to distress all those others. I'm going to see where our time is. See if I have time to do another one real quick. So there she is, all filled up. How cute. Okay. Get my hands to working. Alright, so let's go ahead and I thought I saw in one of these bags like some little bitty tags. That's not small enough. Now, we could use that, and I could cut it down. Because you could take any piece, guys, and if you want to, just cut them down. So let's get that circle out of there. And then get out of there. Let's go ahead and see. Let's cut it just below the 13 and see what happens. And then we can put that through here. Right, yep. And then we could tie our bow. We have a little something on the front. You could put a charm on there. You can pretty much, you know, do whatever you want to. Oh, come on, hands. Be good to me. Oh, okay. I know, guys. I know. Believe me, I am more frustrated than you are. Okay. There. Now that is cute. Isn't she just cute? Oh my gosh. I love these. I love these so much. Okay, guys. Let me see if I can do another one as quick as possible. Let me make sure this one made it to 6. It did. Alright. So your paper. 12 by 6, okay? And we are going to score. First of all, this is my front, so we're going to do it face down because I want this as my front. Yeah, I want this as my front, so we're going to have this face down, and we're going to score at 4 3/4. We'll try to do it speed. 8. I'm going to double check my numbers, though. And 11. And then we turn it this way, and we score her at 1 1/2. Got it. Got it. Good. Okay, we got that. Your paper, 12 by 6. Put it on your scoreboard, upside down. So if this is your cover, you want to turn it this way. Your first score is gonna be 4 at 3/4, 8, 11. Then you're gonna turn it this way, and you're gonna score it at 1.5. Okay. So over here is this little bitty side, and we're gonna make a cut right here. Let me get out my little scissors, see if they help any. So just this right here, we're just gonna cut this score line up to that score line. That's it. See that? Okay. Then we're going to come on this side, and this piece here, we're going to cut the whole thing out. And I'm going to try my best to maybe do a better job. Where's the score line? Right there. Than I did last time. Nope, I didn't. See, I'm already off, but that's okay. There's that score line. Going right up that line, so that helps. Yeah, I cut her crooked. Let's see. I started going crooked about right here. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is what we got. This little piece, remember, we're going to use. So we made the little cut here. We've cut out this piece, okay? So the next thing we're going to do is take these at the bottom. Nope, we're going to cut right here. See, I'm getting ahead of myself. We got to make our 2 pockets here. So there's a score line here and a score line there. And we're going to cut on this score line here. But what I'm going to do is turn it, I think, this way. Making sure it's even this time. And I am going to go at an angle like this. Because for me, that is just easier. Okay? That's easier for me. You do it ever how. I think she cut one side and then cut the other side. That doesn't work for me. Okay, so this is still our back. Now we have our V. That's a big old V. But anyway, then this, we're going to turn it up. So those, we're going to turn them up, and I'm going to go ahead and squish them down. And then this right here, at this score line, right here, you're going to take this and bring it all the way over, like that. And then we score that down. And then this little piece here, bring it inside. That's going to be that little pocket. And then we are going to turn it this way. So we have all that up in there. This goes this way. And then this is not a score line, but you just want to fold that over like that. So that's our front. And then I'm just going to give everything a good squishy squish. Ah, look, that went much smoother. Oops, no, that's crashing. Is it crashing or did it just bend? It's not crashing, that's for sure. Okay, so now what we want to do is this piece here, we want a thumb notch. So we're going to open it up, and this piece here, that is pretty much our middle. So you got our little flap, we got a piece here, we got our middle, we got the other piece here, and then our other flap is where we're going to do our thumb notch. I'm not worried about it being centered. Okay, so when you open it up, there it is right there. How cute. And again, these corners here, like you can round those corners. This itty bitty pocket, we're going to go ahead and do a little thumb notch in it, which I'm sure will not be centered by any shape of the imagination because it's hard to see that. See, that was way off. And now that's a funky looking one, but anyway, it'll still work. So now we're back to this. So the next thing we want to do is glue this pocket here down, right? So if we just keep this folded, if I would stop unfolding it, we're going to open it up, and we're just going to put glue down the 2 sides. So here and here, maybe. And then we're just going to fold it over. So that closes up that pocket, which is right here. That pocket. See it? Okay, we got it. I did not distress it. I'm not really worried about it. Just trying to get through the process to show you guys really quickly since I fumbled through the other one. So we're going to go ahead and close up this tiny pocket here so that that's done, right? And we could go ahead and close up the right side because we're not doing anything else over here. The left side we want to leave open because remember, we have to do that other pocket. Okay. So this is the piece we had left. And okay, so it's kind of both the same. I'm trying to think which piece I like. And we're just going to do this just to measure it because we want it the same size as that piece. Yeah. So let's do it this way. Yeah, because I want this side here. Let's cut it just to the other side of that little line there. So let me grab my little cutter. It's just to the side of that line. I'm trying to keep my eye on that line. I'm going to keep that piece. Just remember that's going to be our little tag. Yep, that works. And I want this side showing. So on this one, I'm thinking I am just going to do a thumb notch in this one instead of the, you know, make it in a slanted pocket. I know, one side's got it on it, one side don't. Oh well. Oh, that's tearing there. Okay. So, you know what? That still feels like it's crashing. Washi tape. We could put washi tape down through there. So I'm not sure why that's doing that. Okay. We could deal with that in a minute. Okay, I wanted this side. So we're going to put this on just under there. And I do think I need to cut just a little bit more off. Yeah, I think right there. And remember, we're just going to do the glue on the two sides so that the pocket will be deeper. About right there. And, oops. See, then the pocket goes all the way down. And now we can glue this side and this side for these two pockets, for this pocket. Got to go and look and see what time it is. Okay, so this is an issue. So let's do, I did get out my Tim Holtz washi. So let's pick a washi. I think I want that one. I have loads and loads of Tim Holtz washi that I never use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's not even counting. Oh, we could have used a fabric washi. I have 6 of these. That looks a little wide, though. I can't put it on this side because of my pockets. I could put this on this side, though. You're not going to see it. And this may make it stronger. Yeah, I think we'll do that. But I'm going to add a little bit, not a whole lot, just right in there, of our glitter glue. It may or may not seep through, I'm not sure. And then this is pretty sticky. We can just put right there. Okay. And cut it there. And then cut this little bit off here. And that should reinforce that. Right? I'm going to really squish it down. Give it just a moment, I think. And then turn it over. And I think we'll still be okay putting stuff in that pocket. With that there, let's see. Oh yeah, that'd still be fine. Alright, so let's give all this a good squishing. Not sure why that paper broke. Who knows? Who knows, who knows, who knows? Okay, so now we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not quite 6. Trying to see about where the middle is. So we're just going to go right there. And then we're going to make our tiny tag. Did a little bit better job that time than the other time. Oops. That is going to go there in that pocket. And then this, let me cut that just down that line. This is going to be our little tab. Well, it's not like that, is it? Nope. Nope. I just don't think I know how to use this stupid thing. Okay. This one will just be a funky looking tab. How about that? Okay. Let's just stop messing with her. Yeah, it's the same on both sides, so. And if you didn't like that matchy-matchy, well, we could just do that. Really darken it up some compared to the other one, right? And then we'll do a little bit of glue down here. Get her tab on there. Again, you can put this tab, if I could speak, wherever you want. Make sure I'm not closing up my pocket. So we got a pocket there, pocket there, pocket there, pocket there, right? So now we need our circles. Let's see, do I just want to do... No, I could do the bigger one because I like the bigger one. Oh, good Lord, not that big, this big. We could get one out of this piece. And then one out of these pieces. Yeah, see, I would never use that side. So this is perfect for that. Okay, so this one we can still get an inch out of. This one I don't think I'm getting anything out of. I was playing with my punch there. couple of punches that I have. Okay, so now we will try our best to get that in half-ish. And then this one the same way. There we go. Okay, and then a little doop-de-doop. Gotten that all over my hands today. I think maybe that's why I don't really do a lot of smaller projects, because I end up having ink all over my fingers. Okay, so now we just want to see where I want these. I think I'm going to pull this one down some because I really like that. Did I ink that side? You can't even tell it. Okay. So that one's going to go there. So this one will go about there. Does that look even enough? Well, I moved it. So let's just do this side. So I'm just going to hold that down. Shoot some glue up here. Put that side down. Then we can flip it over. And go ahead and do this side over here. Okay, now we'll worry about getting this one even. And this also strengthens it when you have your tie on there and you're opening and closing it. Because you don't have to put this on there at all. You could just punch a hole in this. Get more glue on me and the table than anywhere. Okay. Now we need to punch our hole. Cute. I just like these so much. Okay, Lorie, stop messing around. You're almost at an hour. I apologize. Okay. So here. Try to get it again somewhere in the middle. But, you know me, it's not going to be exact. It is what it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and put her up because we are done with her. Okay, so now we got that. So there we go. So now we're going to glue down this here. Hopefully that glue will work on that fabric. If it tries to come up, I could just go back over it with Fabri-Tac. So that is not a problemo. Go ahead and put this up. While I'm holding this down, let's get some of this. Well, I might need the scissors. Get those put up, bone folder put up. We're going to use that. Ooh, let's just make it a mess. Hey, Layla. You come to see Mommy? I was up here this morning, or in here this morning. Hey, baby. Trying to finish preparing these. And she just, she got up here, which is fine. She started biting me. And I'm just like, excuse me, ma'am. Why are you biting me? Okay, let me get this. Get a hold of that. There we go. A little bit more round. we go ahead and do a bow. And again, you could do a dangle. You could do, anything you want right there. We're not going to worry about filling this one. I just wanted to show you again how to make it since I fumbled through the first one so bad. Come here. You get out from under my nail. Oh, heavens. Yeah, that's so messed up. Okay. Oh, ta-da. Done, done, and done. That is it. So, there she is. A little meanie this morning. So, we have our two prototypes, which I'm not going to worry about putting back together. I'll put those back together in a moment. These are the two that we got done today. This one and this one. And then, of course, she is feisty this morning. And then this prototype. Hey, Mama. Hey, Mama. You want to say, hey, look at that face. Just look at the sweet face. Oh, my goodness, Daisy. She's so sweet. Not really. Yeah, okay, so there we go. Okay, so she needs my attention, and it's been an hour, almost an hour and 2 minutes. Yay, I apologize, and, if you hung around for that long, I really, really do appreciate it. Yeah, see, she's very frisky this morning. All right, I love you guys. Thank you all so much for your support. Miss Layla May, and I will see you next time. Love you guys. Bye-bye.